Hey everyone, thanks for listening to the Grow Your Life podcast. My name is Jeremiah Krakowski. Now this podcast will talk about ways for you to grow in your life and in your business, to get more results, to get more sales, to make more money, to grow things to the next level for you. And I want to help you take your life to the next level and make more money in a business. If you're not in the hashtag Grow Your Life Facebook group, make sure that you join it. Look up hashtag Grow Your Life, all one word, on Facebook. It's really going to help you. There's thousands of people in there just like yourself that are growing in their life and in their business. You can ask any question in there. You can post questions. By the way, you can send me a direct message anytime you want and ask me questions, and I respond to almost all of those that come in, unless they're people that are just trying to pitch me on something and they have no real interest in actually having a conversation. Those are the people I don't respond to. For everybody else, if you need help with something, send me a DM. Now, today I want to talk about specifically the mindset around taking action in your business and the strategy that's going to help you get more results. And what I notice is a lot of people come up with a lot of reasons why they can't build their business. These reasons that we've convinced ourselves why we're not able to build our business, whether it be I don't have enough time, I have to take care of too many people, I have too much going on, or I don't know enough, or I'm not sure what the right path to take is. And I hear these things from people. These are very valid reasons that people have why they're not able to build their business. But ultimately, it all boils down to the way that they're thinking, perceiving, and looking at those things. Listen, you need to own those things. Those are decisions that you've made in your life to do those things. They're not reasons why you can't. You want to be able to prioritize and structure your life. These things are never going to disappear and go away. So what you need to do is you need to be able to do all these things while building your business. And that may seem impossible to you right now. And that's what I'm saying is about the mindset, is if your brain is telling you, I can't, that is your mindset saying, I can't. And you have convinced yourself that it's completely impossible for you to build your business until all of these things are either gone, taken care of, your situation changes, whatever that is. And I'm here to tell you that's a lie, that's a fallacy that maybe you've been believing. Sometimes that comes from corporate America. Sometimes that comes from just how we look at and perceive the world. Nothing is going to turn out in the perfect scenario for you to build your business. There's no such thing as that perfect moment. And so you have to learn how to build your business in the midst of all of that stuff that's going on around you. You have to learn how to have the right strategy and the right mindset to take action, massive action, while you're doing all of these things over here. There's never going to be a moment where these all disappear and then you can finally do this. I promise you that 150%. Never going to be a chance where all of these are going to disappear. Your family, your friends, your knowledge, your stuff you got going on, the amount of money you got, none of that situation is ever going to change enough for you to finally start doing this. That's the problem that a lot of people have in their thinking, is that one day if this all changes, then I can finally do this. Once I know enough, then I can finally do this. Once I know the right things to do, then I can finally do this. It's a lie. It's a fallacy. It's a bad way of thinking. That's the problem. It's a mindset issue. It's a way of looking at the world that's flawed. So if you're looking at things, and I know I probably just lost a whole bunch of people off this podcast just from saying that. That's great. I never want them even on this podcast in the first place because they weren't going to resonate with anything else that I had to say from here on out. I love it when people unsubscribe from my email list. I love it when people unfollow me on social media because those are the people that are not going to resonate with you. One of the biggest things that you want is you want to be able to detract and push away the people that are not meant to work with you in your business. And that was an example of how I do that in my business is I give truth out there. The people that really they can't grab onto that truth aren't going to understand anything else I say from here on out. And so if you're still listening to this right now, I commend you. Let's go into the lesson from this. Let's go into that next level lesson. I've actually had people write me when I've said that I just said and tell me that it was the most offensive thing they've ever heard me say. And they just hope that my business blows up and dies because I just completely, I'm the worst person on planet Earth for saying that there's never going to be a moment that their situation changes for them to finally build their business. Okay, see you later. I don't really care. The truth though, your situation is never going to change to where you're finally arrived at a moment where you can build your business and you can finally take those risks and finally jump out. The moment is now. The moment is now for you to take action. You got 5 things, you're not sure what are the right ones to do. Do 2 of them that you feel in your gut that you should do, even if they don't produce a positive result. Be okay with taking action on things, knowing that they may not produce the result that you want. When you can learn how to do that, you can start to be successful in building a business. Many of you have gone through a lot of mentors, a lot of training. You're confused as to what to do, and yet you've never done anything before because you've been sitting on all these ideas and over analysis of what to do, and you're not sure what the right path to take is. That's a mindset issue. It's not a strategy issue. You have all the strategies, but some of them are conflicting, and you're afraid to do 2 conflicting things to see which one's the right one that works. That is a mindset issue, not a strategy issue. You're going to find 10, 15, 20 different people out there on the internet that are mentors that are going to tell you conflicting things. It's your job to try out which one works for you. Period. Nobody's going to show up someday to finally tell you this is the right thing to do, because then 5 other people are going to show up and say this is the right thing to do, and they're going to conflict with each other. That's the process of what happens with mentors. And you might say, well, then how do I know what a good mentor is? How do I know? Look at their track record. Look at what they've accomplished. Look what they've done. Have they done what you want to do? I've helped people grow 8-figure businesses, go from 0 to 8 figures over the years. And that's what I love helping people do, is break through those barriers to start to bring in revenue for their business. This is the number one thing that the people that are successful, that are making money, do that everybody who is unsuccessful refuses to do. All the broke people refuse to do what I'm about to tell you. All the people that are making money do this. It's like the other side of the tracks. Literally, the broke people will never do this, and they argue against its possibility. They hate it. And that's why they're broke. And the people that make a lot of money do this, and they're successful. And it's the separating factor. Taking risks, doing things in your business without certainty of it producing the result that you want, to test and see what works, to try things out, to look at what's the 30% that did work, testing out ad copy, testing out offers, testing out products, testing out conversations with people, getting into conversations with people, putting things out there and being okay with it flopping. That mindset is what will make you wealthy. The mindset of needing to know for certain if it's going to work out before doing anything will keep you broke for the rest of your life. And you might as well just go get a job if you have that mindset. You're not going to be a successful business owner thinking that way and living in that fantasy land. And so if you've been trying to build your business living inside of that fantasy of I need to know for certain if this is the right path to take before I do anything, you're going to stay broke. As soon as you break through on this one, to where you say, okay, I'm going to take action. I'm going to do something. I'm going to tell my brain that's telling me I can't until I know everything. I'm going to tell my brain, thank you. I appreciate your BS that you're telling me. I appreciate that you're telling me that you can't, but that's a lie. I'm going to go do it, even though you're telling me in my head that I can't. You got to talk to yourself this way and go do the thing that scares you. Go do the thing that you're terrified of. Go do the thing that you are afraid of and take a risk, step out and put something out there. You don't need to have all the right answers before you take action. You don't need to know all the right things that produce all the right results before you do anything. That's a broke mindset that will keep you broke for your life. You will make a great employee for somebody with that mindset. You will make a great employee for a corporate company thinking that way. That's a great employee mindset. You'll be one of the most successful employees in a company thinking that way. As a business owner, you will always be broke. And that's how it goes. That's life. That's the reality of it. That mindset is what separates successful business owners from those that cannot seem to get any traction. Is their ability to take action with uncertainty. Their ability to tell their brain that's telling them, don't do that, you can't do that, we shouldn't be doing that, telling their brain, take a back seat, I'm going to do it and see what happens, to test it out, to see what result it produces, just to get some data, just to test some things out, just to see what happens and being okay with it not always going the way that we need to. And ultimately, it's giving up control. It's giving up needing to control how everything plays out in our life so that we can see what's on the other side. As soon as you get this mindset shift, your ability to make money is limitless, because nothing is off limits for you to try out and see if it works. And you'll have some safety nets, some barriers, saying, okay, I'm only going to be willing to test out this much. I'm going to put $10 into advertising. If I lose it, that's okay. Not tying your emotions, your certainty, your safety, your life security to positive results. Detaching your identity, your personal safety and security from positive results. Detaching the need for things to go the way that you want from feeling good. And being okay with things not going your way. As soon as you can have that mindset to where you don't need things to go your way to feel good about yourself, to feel happy, and you're willing to go out there just to see what happens, just to try it out. And you don't need to be a millionaire to do this, my friends. A lot of you are just too afraid to even reach out to somebody to get on a sales call because you're afraid of them rejecting you. And so that mindset is keeping you from ever talking to people, from ever learning from somebody. You're afraid of somebody getting offended by you. You're afraid of somebody at your church saying, well, you shouldn't be doing that. You're afraid of situations happening. And so you're not even doing anything. I'm not talking about money risk here. I'm talking about just actions. I'm talking about you just doing something. I'm talking about you asking for help, asking for guidance. Some of you are afraid to ask for help because you don't want to be a burden on somebody, or because you think that somebody can't help you or they're not willing to. And so you're not even willing to get a no from somebody. You're terrified of hearing no, so you never ask. And that mindset in your brain is telling you, I can't ask because I don't want to hear that no, that rejection's too painful, so I can't. And you're letting that run your life. You're letting other people's opinions run your life. You're letting experiences run your life instead of you being the one that creates and designs your life. You're letting people say you've changed or you're disloyal to what you committed to 10 years ago. You're letting toxic relationships come in and run your life. You're letting some need for this identity and need to do everything right and need to do everything perfect that you prioritized in your life. Some of you have always lived your life where you've never taken a risk and everything's turned out good for you, and you're coming to the precipice of the fact that you need to take action and not know a guarantee if it's going to work out, and you're terrified of it, and yet that's the very thing that you need to do to get results. My friends, that is what separates 98% of the population that is broke, burnt out, stressed out, and working for somebody else, and the 2% that are business owners that are making money, is this mindset right here. And so if you ever want to change your life situation, you're gonna have to get this. Taking risks, being okay with not knowing everything, being okay with doing something even if you don't know if it's gonna produce a positive result, being okay with asking for help, being okay with getting no from people, being okay with rejection, being positive about rejection. I told you at the beginning of this, I love it when people unsubscribe from me. I love it when they unfollow me. I love it when they unsubscribe from my email list, when they click off my podcast, because those were people that I wasn't supposed to work with. The rest of you that are here right now, we're supposed to be talking and communicating and connecting together. All right? And so you got to embrace rejection as a good thing in your business. when other people reject you and not let it be the most negative thing. Some of you may even have some mental health limitations around this. Again, I'm not a mental health practitioner, but you maybe had childhood experiences or past relationships or situations where people said that you were stupid or dumb or you did the wrong thing, and you had a tragic event happen in your life when things didn't work out right, and you made some unconscious decision in yourself in that moment that you're never going to put yourself in a situation where you make mistakes again. And that decision destroyed your future. I'm telling you right now, that decision that I'm not going to make mistakes, I'm not going to take risks again, destroyed your potential for your future. And now you're in a place of conflict to where you're trying to go build something in a business, you're trying to do something great with your life, and that thing inside of you is telling you, we can't do that. You have to tell that thing, I appreciate you that you got me this far in life, but I'm going to do me and I'm going to do something else. I'm going to try something out. I'm going to do something differently than I've always done before. And be okay with it not always producing a positive result. Asking for help from people, getting advice, getting guidance, testing things out, testing out just launching something. Maybe you've gotten 5 to 10 different strategies, but you're not sure which one's the right one. Being okay with, listen, as a process, as a business owner, it's all about pattern recognition. You're going to have to do things that fail to see what doesn't work. That's part of the process. If you're avoiding failure, you have chosen to never be successful. In your life, if you are trying to never fail, you are explicitly choosing to never reach your goals. It's a choice. Saying, I don't want to ever fail is equal to saying, I never want to reach my goals and I never want to progress forward. That's what it is. Because you're not going to, in a business, as a business owner, that can be successful, again, in other parts of life, right? As an employee. These are a lot of employee mindsets that are drilled into people. They're drilled into people in school. They're drilled into people in church that make you a real good employee and make you an abysmal failure as a business owner. As soon as you get this, my friends, as soon as you realize those success strategies that you've been doing your whole life that have gotten you this far, they might work over here. They will never work as a business owner. As soon as you get that, breakthrough happens and you can go after things without anything holding you back because nothing is keeping you stuck. And so I just want to light a fire under some of you right now. I just want to light you up. I hope that this is lighting some of you up and challenging you. And I want to hear from you as well. How is this challenging you? If you send me a DM after listening to this podcast, how has this challenged you to go to the next level? If you want to be a successful business owner that produces 6, 7, and 8 figures, you're going to have to take risks. You're going to have to embrace rejection as a good thing. You're going to have to be willing for things to not go perfect for you. You're going to have to be okay with things not going the way that you want to. You're going to have to give up control of things. You're going to have to shift your focus and shift your mindset. Oh, this is a big one. Shift your focus off of things not working out how you want them to and start making declarations that things are going to work out. Boom. 10 of your tests failed in your marketing. You tested 5 offers, 10 offers. They all failed. They produced no results. That's a good thing. Rejoice in that. Be happy in that. Be grateful because you learned 10 ways to not succeed. It's the whole Thomas Edison thing. There's 99 ways that we knew not to succeed, and then we learned the one that did. And that's what produces successful business owners. That's what produces people that reach 6, 7, and 8 figures in their business. Once you get this, my friends, your life opens up for you. You're going to have to get rid of the distractions that have been holding you back. Some of you have been distracting yourself with overthinking all of the ways that things won't work out for you. You've been distracting yourself with coming up with reasons why you can't do anything. You've been distracting yourself with trying to make sure that you never make mistakes. You've been distracting yourself with trying to make sure that you never get rejected. What you're doing is you're prioritizing never making mistakes, never getting rejected, always getting people to like you, things always going your way, being in control of things over actually getting results. And guess what? You're going to get the result. You're going to be in control of things because you're never going to fail and you're never going to do anything with your life with that mindset. You're never going to reach your goals with that mindset. You're never going to build something great with that mindset. That's a great employee mindset. Again, I want to say that. That'd make you a rock star employee. I've been a rock star employee. I've worked for people. I made multiple six figures as a rock star employee with those mindsets. That's why I'm passionate about this. Because the only way that you can go and be a successful business owner is breaking past those mindsets that made you a successful employee. And start doing something different in your life. Start taking risks. Start taking action. Start moving the needle forward. Start asking for help. Start being willing to get rejected. Being okay with that. Working through the personal development stuff. Some of you might need a life coach or even a therapist to work through some of this with you. It's not a weak thing to get a therapist, my friends. I got some real good help with some therapy over the last year that really helped me. And it unlocked all of these areas of my life. I was afraid of getting rejected by people based on some childhood things that I had dealt with. My mom was a single mom that raised me, and I was correlating that into my business. Being rejected by a dad changed everything when I realized, okay, it was the mindset. It's a mindset issue. I know the strategy. What happens is when you unlock your mindset in this way, the strategy starts to come together for you. The strategy starts to fall in place for you. The strategy starts to line up for you. You start to get clues in your spirit, your intuition. Some of you, by the way, need to start trusting your intuition more. You say, I got 5 ideas, right? I don't know which one's the right one to do, but 2 of them are really standing out to you, and one of them you really want to try out. That's your intuition speaking. Start to trust it. Some of you as well, you got a relationship with God. That's the Holy Spirit speaking. That's God speaking to you. And you've been telling him, no, I'm going to trust other people. Start trusting yourself more. Start trusting what's inside of you more. Start trusting that to come out. And stop being afraid to speak up. Stop being afraid to put yourself out there. Are you going to get rejected? Yeah, you need to embrace rejection. Are you going to have haters? Are you going to have rude, mean people? Yeah, you're going to find the worst of the worst people when you go out there in business. You're going to find some of the meanest people on planet Earth. Can't avoid them. They exist. Learning how to handle them is a huge thing. You say no, and you become okay with rejecting them, rejecting toxicity. You see, once you're not afraid of being rejected by people, you can reject toxicity in your life and reject the things that are not healthy for you. And that's what you need to do. That's what you need to start doing so that you can recognize and identify what is healthy for you and what's going to help you go to the next level. If you want to build a business and start to make more money in a business and reach the next level in your life, you're going to have to get this. This is what separates people that are great employees but are broke when they try to go after a business. And this will keep you broke as a business owner if you don't get these things. As soon as you get them, stuff starts to open up for you. And that's what I love helping people with when I do my one-on-one coaching, when I get on 15-minute calls with people. I have these 15-minute calls that are free on my website where you can schedule a free 15-minute call with me and we can talk about your business. I've been putting that out there for years. There's some of you that have heard me put that offer out there. You still haven't scheduled a call because it's not the right time for you, or you're not sure if I can help you, or you don't want to be a bother to me, whatever that is. Take a risk, step out, schedule a call with me. Let's talk about your business. Let's talk about what it's going to take to get you to the next level and for you to start to get more sales. I want to help you break past these things and start to break into the profit zone where you start making 6, 7, and 8 figures and start being successful in a business online. All right? So you can go to my website, jeremiahkrakowski.com, schedule a free 15-minute call with me. I'd love to talk with you. There's some great testimonials on there of people that I've worked with, that I've talked with, that I've helped go through their stuff in their business, and then I've gotten breakthrough just even from those 15-minute calls. And so I'd love to help you with that as well. We'll talk soon, everybody. Have a good one.